What up, and welcome back to the Ozone Podcast channel. Today's episode is brought to you by the good people of DraftKings and the Basketball Podcast Network. We're your hosts, Al, myself, Anthony, and today we're doing a reaction video on highlights from Scottie Barnes. So you guys already know Magic are drafting 5 and 8, and right now there's just a lot of talks of Scottie Barnes jumping into that top 4. So what better way to kick off our second reaction video with taking a look at how this past season was Scottie Barnes. What's up, Al?
What's going on, man?
All right, man, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and roll this video.
Let's do it.
All right, so Scottie Barnes is interesting because not a lot. Look at that behind the back and slamming on the man. A lot of people they were kind of expecting, who the top 5 were going to be, and just kind of seeing Scottie's name jumping up, it's been surprising a lot of people. What have you heard so far from Scottie?
Yeah, man. So I know we got some buzz coming in the draft combine with Scottie Barnes. Some rumors that some teams like Cleveland might like him enough to pick him in the top 4. But some of the things that we know about him, I'll do some of the strengths that I've heard of. Is that he's a very athletic, powerful player. Reminds me a little bit, shows me some shades of Aaron Gordon. He's 6'9", just like Gordon was. He attacks the rim really, really well. He has good speed. Another great thing, as we'll see in the highlights here, his dribbling, man. So to be a big guy, a power forward, he dribbles the ball really well. He plays some point guard for FSU. So that tells you again, he's a point forward, which there's not many of those in the NBA. And he's got a really, really high ceiling. So again, if you see the potential in him, he's a really good player to target. What about you? Do you know any of his weaknesses that you've kind of heard about?
Yeah, so we already kind of saw him take a jump shot from behind the arc. So shooting is obviously a big issue. This past season, he shot just 29.7% from behind the three-point line off of 37 attempts. But one of the biggest things, and you'll see it right now, is that he is very energetic on both sides of the floor, both offensively and defensively. And he's really animated, man. He gets really, really, he has a really good energy about him. So some of his NBA comparisons are, Draymond Green, that you kind of see that same energy that he has. And even after plays, you see him right now. He's yelling, he's talking, he's communicating, he's throwing his hands in the air, and you can really, really tell that he's like in sync. The whole entire, he's focused, he's in game, and look, right after a big play, he's jumping on the defense right away.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Big body. He's 220 pounds, man. You're not going to push that guy out. He has an NBA body already.
So in that sense, he reminds me again a little bit of Kuminga, who's another guy who's projected to be in that 5, 6, 7 range. He has an NBA body ready. He's going to come in right away and be ready to play physically in the NBA. Now, like you mentioned, the shooting might be the concern, but look at that.
Active hands.
Instincts.
Yeah, we just saw a highlight of him blocking. He didn't have a whole lot of blocks, but that's really because the way that they utilize him at FSU is they use him as a point forward. Played a lot of point guard at Florida State and guarded a lot of point guards. Like he can guard 1 through 5. So he played a lot of defense on the perimeter. So he has active hands. Really good on the defensive end. That's where he's going to be really elite at. And you can kind of see right there. It's right there on the fast break. There's no stopping him. There's no touching him. He's a freight train running through the middle.
There he goes again. So it reminds me a little bit too of Ben Simmons in a way. He's got that. Look at that. Look at that emotion.
Look at that energy.
Man.
You imagine him doing that across the Amway, people will go crazy.
Oh my goodness. But again, in that sense, what is this?
Is that him passing the ball? Yeah, no, he caught that.
He dunked it, yeah.
I like that. I like that type of energy. That's the type of stuff that'll hype people up.
Yeah, he's got that MCW type of energy. Oh goodness, look at that block. And look at the reaction.
Energy, man. That's the type of stuff that gets you some quick text, but the energy, I like it.
Hey, we compared him to Draymond Green, and again, that's why Draymond always gets those technical fouls, because he reacts in that manner. But it's worth it sometimes, man. The way that he picks up the team, it's worth it.
Yeah, and I mentioned that he played a little point guard for FSU. Now, I'm not saying that he has like elite crazy handles, but you can see that he can really control the ball well. Has really good vision on the court, really crafty with the passing that we've kind of already seen.
Yeah, definitely showing some. There we go again. Good defense. And again, like I said earlier, he's got really a very high ceiling, and that's why some teams may be willing to pick him up in that top 4. Again, we know. Look at that
body
shooting.
So surprisingly, even with his really big frame, one of his weaknesses are, playing in the post. He only scored about a total of 6 points this whole entire past season in the post. So that's one of his main weaknesses. He doesn't have a whole bunch of low post moves or any of that, but he's really comfortable on the break. Look at that.
Yeah, man, the energy definitely can be seen. There's no denying this kid is going to play at high level, no matter where he lands. High energy, play hard every single possession. You can see it right here again.
Cross and drive, 2 hands. See, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Can we get a player that does that on a consistent basis?
Man, I think he's convincing you, huh?
Man, I don't give me the decision. You give me the decision, and we're keeping it, and we're not trading it. I'm taking Scottie over Kuminga.
Really?
Hands down, no questions asked. My only concerns with Scottie is the shooting. It's adding another player on the roster that has issues with shooting. But I mean, you take a look at the mechanics. The mechanics are there.
Confident there.
The mechanics are there.
So we got to see there a little bit of Scottie Barnes, and we got to see kind of what he can bring. Now, let me ask you this. What do you think he brings to the Magic if they do draft him number 5? He's projected, by the way, by ESPN to go to the Magic right now at number 5. So if that does happen, what can Magic fans expect? What can he bring to the team?
High energy player, someone that can handle the ball, guard 1 through 5. You know how the Magic, they love their versatility players. He's someone that communicates really well. Always talking nonstop on the offensive and defensive end. So he's someone that immediately is going to automatically is going to be able to sink in with the players because he does the little things. And me, the big thing for me is the nonstop, the energy, the motor. He's go. And when you get a player like that, stuff like that is very contagious. And it's what motivates your teammates to want to fight with you. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna put you on the spot now and say, why shouldn't we draft Scottie Barnes?
It's the shooting. The shooting is going to be the tough part. We've struggled so much without the shooting for so long. And if you're the Magic and you are going to 100% keep that pick, then you have to go that 8th pick would have to be a player that is very offensive driven, very elite level shooting, because having 2 players like that, it doesn't create the right type of balance.
Yeah, and the only way this makes sense for me personally is if you draft Barnes 5, but then you follow it up with, if he's there, Bouknight, somebody that is known for being just a scorer. Maybe Moody a little bit, but that's about it. Everyone else, I don't know about. It's got to be a scorer, someone who's going to come in and say, hey, give me the ball, I'm going to put it in the basket. Because the issue with the Magic, as we know, is offense right now. So we need to nail this draft, and we need to bring somebody who can score the ball. Because if we can, man, it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, because this is not a player that's going to be available at 8. I would be shocked if he's available at 8. There's going to be a lot of those draft workouts for teams individually. So who knows, man? There's a really big chance that he ends up falling in the top 4. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below if you think that this is a route that the Magic should go. And let's see what happens, man. 5 and 8, Scottie Barnes. That'd be my pick. I go Scottie 5th. If we keep it, I'm going Scottie 5th.
I mean, for me personally, I haven't seen enough yet of other prospects. I don't know if Kuminga or Barnes. If I had to choose between the 2, it's hard. I would probably go Kuminga just because, I don't know. He can do more, I feel, down the road in the NBA. But it's close. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's see what happened. Don't forget to like, subscribe. That's a wrap until the next one.
Thank you for listening to the Ozone Podcast, the voice of Magic fans. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Ozone Pod. And remember to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on all your favorite podcast listening platforms.